Well, a big hello for the new year from Kevin Williams here at the Stinger Report Live. I hope everybody's having a great start to the year. And we'll jump straight into the first of the vlogs for 2018. But let's get straight into it. I had the chance to walk around the stomping grounds of Croydon, quite close to where the KWP Hovel is at the moment, and we're interested to see some of the developments. You have to understand that the Stinger Report hasn't always focused just on virtual reality. We cover all aspects of immersive entertainment and digital entertainment, amusement systems. And so it was great to see a resurgence of the arcades taking place in Croydon, as well as some other interesting technical developments. The Retro Arcade has taken over the old space inside Alders and has set up a number of classic arcade machines, a number of shooters, dancing machines, and also a number of retro console systems in a pay one fee to enter and spend as long as you want kind of package. It is a really good throwback to the old days of the arcade, but adding a little bit of new. We have a social entertainment environment on a single pay free to play games approach. Really good atmosphere inside there, a lot of interest even at the end of the year. And the Retro Arcade could be about to see a resurgence. We know a number of people have attempted it. Of course, our friends in America with the Barcade that mixes a brew pub with a Retro Arcade. Also inside the shopping mall within Croydon, the Whitgift Centre, we had the Seoul VR facility, which is a pop-up virtual reality arcade setup. Pay one price, play the machine of your choice. It's been there for a couple of months there, over a year. It sees a steady business. It is the example of the pop-up VR arcade approach that is very popular in Japan and China, less so in the West, though again more a drive towards a permanent facility approach in the West with VR arcades. And using that as an example, Croydon had a wide plethora of different examples. We also saw the deployment of a permanent VR arcade facility. Limitless VR has just opened last 3 weeks. A great facility, very enthusiastic team behind it. HTC Vives, a driving cabinet there for the people who want to race in VR, taking baby steps, feeling the way, and just establishing themselves. It's one of the first of a number of permanent retail VR entertainment facilities that we're going to see across the UK in the next couple of months. We've already had a couple open. If you go back to the coverage we did in the Stinger Report and in my column in VR Focus, we looked at the first of these, the DNA VR facility in North London. Well, Croydon, never far behind, leading the trend, has its own facility. That's really focusing on the VR aspects and the arcade aspects. We also saw some interesting throwbacks to the mixture of hospitality, F&B, with entertainment. In this particular case, our friends at Lindo Quest had developed a cafe that has you playing both board games and tabletop games in a very nice cafe restaurant environment. An example of the way that social entertainment is a major driver in the entertainment applications out of home. Something to keep an eye on. I think that's a concept that definitely could see some emulation around the world. Anyway, Croydon is an interesting hub, as it were, for new applications. It's the largest city outside of, sitting on the borderlines between city and town, but it is one of the large gatherings in just outside of London, South London to be exact. And it has a very thriving technology sector, supported by the Croydon Tech City group that do sterling work. I'd like to give a throw out to those guys. But anyway, moving on, we have some news in the build up to the end of the year and the beginning of this year. We've seen our friends at Bandai Namco enter the VR sector with their VR zones, we've also now seen them enter the AR, augmented reality aspects, with a temporary project at their Nanja town in Japan. Puckman in the City is a interesting concept where the players run around wearing Microsoft HoloLens glasses, seeing an augmented environment, the maze from Puckman laid out in front of them, as well as avoiding the ghosts. An interesting concept, and the most recent application of HoloLens in a out-of-home entertainment application. Well, you've seen the machine bracketing me behind in my cave. Space Invaders will be on everybody's lips in 2018 as it celebrates its 40th anniversary. The influential game and the mascot of Taito in Japan. Pivotal product. And one hopes that maybe we'll be able to see a new version of the product in amusement, theme park attraction, or even virtual reality format. Anyway, events that are going to be taking place during this and next month include EAG in London, the largest amusement and leisure conference and exhibition, covering all aspects of the industry. We're lucky enough to be holding on the 17th a virtual reality seminar, one-day seminar, looking into the application of VR in the amusement sector and family entertainment centre market. We're lucky to have some really interesting speakers from around the sector who are deploying products or building facilities. Going on from there, we have the Amusement Expo taking place in Las Vegas at the end of February, beginning of March. That event, again, is America's biggest amusement and leisure convention. And within there is also a one-day conference going to be taking place looking at the VR arcade scene and its implications for the amusement sector, run by our good friends Bob Cooney and the VR Mentor team. And along with supporting the event with a one-day conference, which I hope to be speaking at myself, there's also a number of exhibitors from the VR arcade sector in America that are going to be showing their stuff. And of course, we're zooming through this year already, but we also have to be mindful of May and the FOIL, Future of Immersive Leisure Conference, that's going to be taking place, 2-day event in Las Vegas also. We've just announced the keynote speaker, Jesse Schell, a fellow Walt Disney Imagineer and a very well-known individual in the VR and immersive entertainment community. So we're looking forward to doing a fireside chat with him. And we've also got a couple of other big developments taking place with new products being launched. Again, this is the first of 2018's Stinger Report Lives. We're looking forward to many more. Some of them not so much from the man cave, but actually from the coalface at some of the facilities. But anyway, I'd like to thank everyone who sent greetings for the new year, everyone that's been supporting the channel and the Stinger Report newsletter and KWP, and wishing you all the well for the new year, and speak to you soon. Have a good one.